Hey everybody, it is Sam with MissionMonday.com. Hey, who's on the other end of this line?
It's Mark at MissionMoney.com.
We're both at MissionMonday.com?
Yep.
That's
Same
outstanding. Mark, we're going to talk about this week's mission. Before I do that, do you remember what last week's mission was?
Nope.
See, I knew this would happen. This is just like Car Talk with Click and Clack, where they would do the puzzler, and one of them would say, do you remember what last week's puzzler was? The other guy would never remember. But that's okay. See, I knew this would happen.
Yeah, I don't remember, Sam.
Hey, dude, the mission for last week was think of a way that you can make somebody's life easier, how you can save them a little bit of time in their day. Dude, you've even retweeted a couple things I've tweeted about that.
Yeah, no, I remember that now. You wrote it on a napkin.
Yeah, and the cover of the convention catalog for the AASA convention that I'm at in San Diego right now. It makes me wonder if you actually read the tweets of mine that you're retweeting.
Sam, what happens is I see your name and I know you have such great things to say that I just retweet them, all based on who you are.
Who I am. Reminds me of a Newhart episode that we won't get into right now.
Okay.
But here's what I want to do, my friend Mark. I want to piggyback on that mission. I like doing that kind of stuff. And instead of making somebody else's life easier, here's what I want to roll on, and you let me know what you think. Number one, student mission. Think about something that you normally do and you do okay at, but try to figure out a way that you can give extra effort at it and not just be okay, but go the extra mile on something. How we're going to have our other stakeholders, which, by the way, I saw a guy down at the conference today that doesn't like to call them stakeholders. He likes to call them shareholders. It's maybe a podcast topic we can do later. But our other stakeholders, parents, staff, volunteers, what I want you to do is go to a student and give them an extra challenge and say, hey, normally I know that this is what you do. Like coaches do this all the time. You know, normally I would have you run 5 laps. I need 10 out of you today. And this can be something on an assignment. It can be chores around the house. It can be anything. Would say, you know, I know there's more in you. You can do just a little bit more than this, so I'm going to challenge you. Don't do your average this week. I need extra out of you. So students, find a spot where you can do just a little bit extra rather than the normal job. Staff, parents, volunteers, make sure you facilitate that. Go to students and say, hey, here's a spot where you can do not just average, which you normally do, extra. My friend Mark Johnson, how do you feel about that mission?
The student chooses something and a staff member comes up and says, this is what I want you to do, and the student says, yeah, but this is what I'm already deciding to do.
That sounds like a great dialogue that they can have. And it might be an opportunity where the student can say, recognize, I'm already on this. Here's what I'm going to do that's a little bit extra. It also might be a circumstance because every once in a while a student's perception of a little extra is not the same as the adult's. And that might be a chance for the adult to say, you might think that's a little bit extra, but you got more potential than that. You did this. I'm looking for this.
Now, I love the mission. It sounds great. So then tell me, what is the point of this mission? What do we hope that students and staff and everybody gets out of following this mission?
Well, here's what I'm looking at, because there's so much of the stuff that we are creating emotional deposits or deposits in an emotional bank account. And I really think we did a lot of that last week. We do a lot of that all the time. Every once in a while, I think Mission Monday is a little bit of the extra. Withdrawals are important too. Pushing people to get a little bit extra, to get some return on all those emotional deposits, that's what we're looking at this week. That make sense, my friend?
It does make sense. You know, Sam, I think I've already chosen what my extra will be.
No way. What will it be?
I'm going to put forth an effort to actually know what the missions are.
Well, that's going to be awesome because we had a text exchange. Because did you know I did the mission with you this week? I've never done that before.
You mean on Twitter?
No, last week's mission I did with you. I've never executed the mission with my Mission Monday partner.
Oh, right. No, that's true. That's true. And I just want to clarify for people who might think that I'm just completely out of it. The reason why I don't remember the mission of last week is because I also run my own missions at my own school, which is completely different than the MissionMoney.com mission, which is also different sometimes than the East Butler Public Schools mission.
Exactly. You just got to figure out what makes sense for your school. But, dude, get back to what I was saying before. You remember the email I sent to Errol?
Yes.
My whole thing with that was, Mark's busy. He's in D.C. What can I do to save a little time in his day?
Oh, yeah, that was nice, Sam.
See, I did the mission.
You did. You did the mission.
Modeling.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, one more thing. This
Yeah.
is something we don't push enough that I've been trying to do more. You know what I think would be fabulous if people did the missions and had pictures or stories or anything to go along with it? You know what would be awesome?
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Mission Monday. That way we know what's up and we can spread some of that good Mission Monday vibes throughout the Twitter sphere. That would be outstanding.
I think if we blew up on Twitter and shared those things, that would be outstanding. I agree with you.
I dig it. All right, you got anything else before we depart?
Myself learning the mission.
That sounds great. Anything else before we depart? You done?
No, thanks again for hanging out with me, Sam. I know you're in San Diego at a big conference, and so you've got a lot of exploring to do.
I'm going to explore, and we'll both be back with another mission next week.